1, go. For a moment, I heard 4D12. You could tell what's on my mind. Well, D&D is a good thing to be having on your mind. PB, personal best. That's what it means. So, a personal best is basically what you're striving to. You can't beat world record when you start. You have to. So instead, you have to find something to strive for that you can actually beat. That is actually a challenge, but not world record challenge. So PB is usually what people use. It stands for your personal best. It's the best you've done so far, because you might not be able to compare yourself to world record, but you can compare yourself to yourself when you were at your peak. I was having a lot of trouble getting through there. Gosh, not having air dash has made these few rooms actually much more daunting. Alright, that's a silver chest. I'm going for it. Get out before the invincibility frames dry up. I think that was literally the last inches of my invincibility frames. Oh my gosh. Your session is Wednesday about 9:30 in the morning. Right, you're the DM for your own campaign. I forgot about that. Hope you enjoy it, Krakensile. Hope you've been enjoying it as well. Oof. Whew. Alright. I'm just brushing up on many of the rules. Fair enough. Yep, just making sure you know what you're doing. Ooh. That's another silver chest. I should be going for silver chests. Get my equipment. I got leather weapon. Leather chest, not really as worth it, but okay. I'm happy. Not unhappy, I guess I should say. Thank you, meat. Ooh. Alright. There we go. That's why I want to check the left, because there was high possibility of this being here. I just misinterpreted where it was. Got both the PHB and the DMG right now. Awesome. So yeah. In case you're wondering, DM's guide is DMG, and Player's Handbook is PHB. So those are the only other one is the Monster Manual. Like, those 3 books are basically what you need to run any campaign. Like, others have, like, special options, special things, but, like, those 3 will tell you all the mechanics, all the rules. I would even argue you don't need the DMG. Like, the DMG has some useful stuff, but really, Player's Handbook plus Monster Manual is the mechanics of the game, and everything else has just been additional options. Oof. You already have the Monster Manual online? Fair enough, fair enough. Yeah, so, for some reason, what's the D&D Beyond suddenly lost track of what, like, it's like my account got deleted or something. Like, I've been using the account, and then suddenly it just one day it was like, sorry, you are logged off. Can you please log back in? Sorry, we don't have an account given by this email, so maybe I have it connected to a different email or something like that. But until then, I can't access my D&D Beyond, and I will just state clearly, the me having D&D Beyond is really me having friends that have D&D Beyond, and they give the ability to share their stuff to the people that are connected to them. So, like, I've been using D&D Beyond. I'm like, oh, this is good. I don't see why more people don't use it. And then I got disconnected from my friends' accounts, And it's like, oh, you want to look at this basic spell that basically you can find anywhere? Sorry, you don't have Xanathar's Guide to Everything. Sorry, this was not or I think the worst is this is part of the supplemental, like, the difference between playtest material and source book. Like, there is stuff in the PHB that's not in the base, and maybe that's just Roll20, not D&D Beyond, but having stuff that's, like, in the player's handbook that's not available is almost offensive. Like, look, I get that you need to make money, but there is a certain point where it's like, the reason I come to you is because you also have utility, and suddenly lose that utility unless I pay money, it's just, I will find ways, because I already purchased the books on physical, just not having the online source is my only issue. So, like, I know that when we play Dungeons & Dragons, they usually say that it's extension enhanced. Like, if you type in that you're playing Dungeons & Dragons on Twitch, it will always just, like, auto-click you for extension enhanced. But I can't, and the extension they give is a D&D Beyond extension, which I'm not going to use. My character sheets are in Roll20, not D&D Beyond. They're in paper. They're not on D&D Beyond. Every time I try to get them on D&D Beyond, it's like, can I manually edit? I'm pretty sure the answer has been no. So, do I not have book? I do not have book. I can't leave yet. Wow. Book? So book is usually way up at the top. And, it was connected to the bottommost room. So, that's pretty exceptional. That's pretty exceptional. That's why I try to go for the PDFs, so I can access them all the time. Yeah, I like books. I like having the physical copies. The problem is it's like the problem of buying physical Magic the Gathering cards and having an account on MTGA. Like, you can't enter in a code and get the physical cards over onto your online account. You can't do anything like that. You just can't. You've technically only spent $50 for D&D? Dude, awesome. Yeah, Player's Handbook. Like, I know plenty of people who spend nothing on Dungeons & Dragons. They just have, like, all the free resources. Me, Dungeons & Dragons has made itself worthwhile enough. Like, so I spent nothing for 3.5. But 5th edition, when I decided I was going to DM, when I decided this was going to be my main edition, I'm like, I can't just go off on the free every single time on this time. I have to actually start putting my money where my mouth is, you know? Like, if people need to go budget, by all means. I'm not going to, like, tell you, you should buy the books, you need to. I'm not going to tell you any of that stuff. But I'm going to say, like, I respect the company, I'm going to give it the money, the investment that I use. So, like, Tasha's Cauldron, of everything I bought, if they have another Xanathar's Guide, another Tasha's Cauldron, another book like that, I'm definitely going to buy it. But, like, they've been doing a lot of storybooks. One was, like, a puzzle adventure. One was Dragon Heist and stuff like that. I don't buy those. I read a few of them, and I have a few, and I'm not sure if I just read ones that were poor, but nonetheless, it was, one, a varying desire to have, and two, apparently a varying quality. And yeah, when you add those together, I'll buy storybooks later, not a priority. Stormkeep's Thunder basically had one chapter going through all of the Sword Coast, and that chapter was why that book's good. But if you're using that book as an actual story, it has issues. Just read chapter 2 and be like, alright, this sounds cool, now try to implement it. Try to have a session that is chapter 2 of Stormkeep's Thunder. Like, it's rough. It's rough, buddy. Apparently, everyone just goes to Bryn Shander because of the 3 options. It's the more accessible. And, like, even then, it's not very accessible. Like, the reason it's accessible, I swear, is because you can avoid the fight. Not because the fight's easier to maintain or anything, but because you could just say, nope, we ain't doing this. Figure out a way to surrender. Whew. Ooh, neat. That's good. Ooh. Enemies, that's okay. Judge's Guide is honestly the easiest one for me to understand without looking things up. What do you... I don't understand what you mean by, like, you can assume what's in the book without having to look up what's in the book? Is that what you mean? Like, I don't... That's a... I don't know, just strange phrasing, hard for me to grasp what you're saying precisely, you know? Like, I feel like there's multiple ways that could be interpreted, and I feel as if I'm misinterpreting. Yeah. You mean without looking up further detail. Fair enough. That makes sense. Ooh. Thank you for backing up into your bro. I really appreciate it, honestly. Could you jump too? Yeah, hey, sticking together. I appreciate it. Skeletal hugs, man. The best thing that could happen to this boss fight is brothers being good brothers. And they're actually blood brothers. We actually know that now because they revealed advanced lore about them. They're brothers of blood. They ate from the same bloody drink. Alright. Whew. That was a good Void Beast Barrett. At the very least, I have that. Huh. So let's see. So I can look at what I would want to do if I'm having MTGA being this part of the stream. Let's see. So if MTGA is the beginning part of the stream, I have a few playthroughs. I've just got to think of what one I'd want. How's it going, Aslaw? I don't understand the comment, but how's it going anyways? Ooh. Oh, how far in Barrett? Oh, I get it, I get it. Alright, so we have 2 lilies accessible. Let's the Tide Cubs. And if we find the 3rd one, then we don't even have to get double jump. That's a silver chest. Alright, we found them all. Just making sure there's not like an heirloom or a relic in here or the other lily. The first one was checking if it was the other lily. The second one was just checking if there was a relic. Alright. Oof. Yeah, glad you're doing good, Aslaw. Glad you're doing... I'm assuming you're doing good because you did not respond to the question of how you're doing. That's always my assumption, that there's just, like, nothing worth saying. It's just like, yeah, it was a day. We had a weekend, and the weekend was a weekend. I have to do the dishes for lunch, so I'll be back in a bit. Alright, see you later, Ace-Law. Oof. Yeah, we don't have a dishwasher either, so I do a lot of the dishes myself. Sorry, but I need to go. Alright, see you later, Dungeon Crawl. Thank you for coming by. Thank you for coming by. Wow, that was good. That was a good shield room. It's a small part of the run, but my god, that was a good room. Just a lot of them were clumped, and when they didn't clump, they stayed still and allowed my sword to really wreck them. Alright. Now we have Aether's Wings. Now we just need to see where that last lily was that I ran into. Oof. That's a little concerning. But we can make it. We can make it. I thought I'd check there real fast, see if the lily just happened to be there. Because path down is how I'd find the last lily. Last lily would prevent all that maneuvering. Alright, well, we have 2 lilies now, so that's good. So now we can open up the Maw's room, and we're at full health. Awesome! So now we can go to the Stygian study and just start exploring. Alright. These are going well. These are going well. Not the most optimal routes. Definitely not the most optimal routing is being given, but we're getting successful routing, and sometimes that's all you really want. Successful routing is what makes you feel good about the run. Optimal routing will come when it decides to come. Never force luck. Let luck happen to you. I think if I just dashed and didn't shield block, my hitbox would stay small enough that I would have avoided the damage. Wow. If it wasn't 90 resolve. If it wasn't 90 resolve and I didn't have the lily still on me, I would have considered that. Hey, Goneheads! But yeah, Amaterasu's Sun is one of those heirlooms that, because of my spell, it's actually worse. Like, on most characters, great heirloom. But on a character that has Fireball or Searing Shot, nah. Whew. Almost dead. Wow. I really focus fired if this one still has around half health. Go. Alright, so everyone has to disappear. It looks like everyone who likes talking has vanished into the aether, as it is their task to do something at where they are. Nope. Fine by me. So I'm going to go here because to the right is still... So we're going up and to the right, and this is as far... Well, this is very far left, is also very far up. Which I think is what is more important right now. because that way we can actually find Enoch as well. Ooh, that's good. That's good. If Enoch ends up being above us, how beautiful would that be? How absolutely beautiful would that be? The answer is absolutely, in case anyone was curious. Whew. Alright. Just keep moving. Keep it chill. Alright. Nice and chilled, nice and calming, nice and going forward. Alright. Go. Hey, Penthos. It's a Bane lurk, not a hashtag lurk. Or a pound lurk. Sorry. I recognize. But yeah. Thank you for coming by. And yeah, if you need a lurk, you need a lurk. Glad to have you here, Penthos. I took a chance and failed. I regret nothing. Fair enough. Everyone needs to take a chance. Everyone needs an opportunity to fail. Everyone needs that opportunity. Oof. Oh. Alright. Here we go. So, above us could be Enoch, and if it's Enoch, then our entire routing is complete. It's not Enoch. Alright. For some reason, I was hopeful to the point of not even being prepared for it to not be Enoch. Oop. Neither are really useful in this run. Alright, we found Enoch, so now we can go get Murmur. The music for the trial section is very Danny Baranowski. I don't know much more about music, honestly. And when I'm playing games, I'm usually so focused on what's going on screen to actually have my ears actively listening. I know that sounds weird, but like, I hear about people talk about amazing soundtracks, but unless there's a pause in the action for me to really just focus on the music, I've never noticed. So, there's some games that have the exception, but of course those are like games where the music coming in was part of like the artistic expression of the game. Don't think that's going to make it. Oh, it made it. Awesome. All right. But yeah, if you want to have like a conversation, I'd be happy to hear who in the world is Danny Baranowski. Because it sounds important enough if you can identify music based on him. Alright. Buy a book. Composer for Super Meat Boy, Band of Isaac, and Crypt of the Necrodancer. Interesting. Have you checked if they happened to get some time to compose for this? Like, that could be a possibility, as far as we know. As far as we know. Yeah. That's interesting. I never noticed those things, but I could definitely see others noticing it. Alright. Not sure I'm going to make it. Barely. Barely made it. Did I just find... I think I just found a better route for my book heirlooms. Just slightly better, but better route. Whew. Alright, remember, without any intelligence boosts, you have to do that. If you shield bash them, they live. Alright. So let's see. You know what? I'm just like trying to math out where I should go next. And I think I've made my decision. No, I'm gonna go for Nama first. But I think instead of facing Enoch after I'm done with Nama, I think I'm going to go try to do the Sun Tower. Because, well, this character lacks damage output. They have all the maneuverability of the characters that will come after it. Unless they have, like, one of them has the basketball jumps. Like, in muscle fibers or something like that. Slightly miscalculated how close those were. Did it again. Ow. Oof. Slight miscalculations are all it takes to take a third of your life total away. Yeah, this damage is quite pitiful. May have just wanted to go to the Sun Tower immediately. Yep, I think that was the correct route. I should have just gone straight to Sun Tower. There's just... I have no boot buffs, so damage is pitiful. Yeah, I definitely should have gone to Sun Tower first. Well. I thought I was going to shoot a projectile, so I need to get some distance. Alright. Ooh. Aw. Well, dead in one hit. I messed up my shield bash. Oh well. That kind of sucks, because I was so far in that fight when I died, and this was a slow fight, so... None of these are good. I either do this one for money. I think that's what we're going to do. We're going to go to this one for money. We're going to try to do an Ostenogesis kill, so that we can get money. That's the only option I can really see here. Oh well. Got close, but no cigar. Oh wait, there's still... I'm gonna buy this one, actually. Get myself a little weight increase, probably. Let's lock down a knight. Go. Alright. So, let's see. I'm just trying to think through my actions. So, the first action, try to beat them all without getting hit. If we could do it, like, no, we will get double gold on top of the fact that we died the first time, so we were supposed to get less gold. So... it does mean I have to be playing very defensive because of that, but... I think if I die here, it's going to be more because I refuse to play defensive than anything. Here. Yep. Playing defensive because, of course, I am. No mana increases. We only use the spell whenever we can't attack normally due to distance and inability to approach. Ooh. Made that close at the end there, Nama. Alright, well, double the gold. Double the gold. Just gotta kill. Yeah, praise the iframes. My gosh, yes. Those iframes when I fell to the spikes were life and death. And it's not even close. Alright. Now we have Enoch. Let's see if we can also get Enoch to double my gold here. Oof. So yeah, Namal usually gives 2,000. Enoch usually gives 2,500, so... That was just me going into a tough situation that I didn't have to go into. That was me being too ambitious. Oh well. Flame Barrier Knight. And you might be like, but we have no intelligence. Yes, but we have 4,000 gold. There we are. So now, all we need to do is buy the duelist. We have a very well-rounded character with good armor. Like, they have good health, they have good damage, they have good strength, they have good intelligence. Everything's good, except for the bosses not being dead. Alright. Call that move ambitious. To call both those moves ambitious is an understatement. That was a mistake. Both of those were mistakes easily avoided. That one, on the other hand, was mistiming and just misfortune, basically. Yeah. This run there wasn't many attacks, but I took one ambitious attack and everything else was just misfortune as far as I care. As far as how I measure it. Oh my gosh. Alright, no getting hit. This might as well be another... That's funny, you can't cancel out a flame barrier because you have no mana to begin it in the first place. Which, like, if you think about the feel of it, they're giving you your full bang for your buck for the spell, so I do appreciate it. It's funny, is all I would say. Alright. Well, we still won. We definitely took 220 more damage than we actually needed to. I didn't appreciate that. But we have our money still. And that should be enough money to unlock the duelist. Rough, very rough start, but still a good finish. Exactly. Alright. Now I'm going to go get the damage boost for Enoch, for Irad. And we go and close it out. Ooh. Alright. So now all that's left is to get to the top of the tower, which gonna be rough with this much health. Probably gonna have to be the next character, unfortunately. Oh god. So I can't even dash to get, like, more distance because it might mess up some feats here. Okay, thank goodness. It's just a higher connector to the same room. So there's one at the top. That's what I needed to see. Ooh. That was two close calls, and you wouldn't even see them if you weren't specifically looking for close calls. One was that cloud, was a lot closer than I expected. I had no idea that there was going to be no ground for me to land on. And since I only get one dash. Ugh. Not happening. Lotus Stem is actually a bad relic, but oh well. It's a shield block, it's a knight. Yeah, we'll pick a duelist because the duelist could actually roll to avoid those. Get a little additional health, and we are locked down for the rest of this. Yep. It does nothing if you don't have at least 150 mana. Yep. Precisely. You need 175 mana to activate Lotus Stem, and most classes don't have that much mana. I think the Mage has that much mana, and then the idea is you're supposed to get a Lotus Petal with it, so it's advantage with Lotus Petal, and, like, Lotus Petal isn't good otherwise, so not surprised it doesn't do much. Just, it's such an expensive relic for a benefit that relies on such an uncommon possibility. It's unfortunate. What am I? Alright, here's where I died last time, because apparently I have to fall, then dash. Oh my gosh. It's kind of baffling relic. Like, why does it exist? Yeah, it exists specifically to make Lotus Petal a better relic. That's the only argument I could get. Which, you know, isn't a good argument. Like, I'm okay with it, being niche like that, but, yeah, it's like a new game plus 5 relic. Exactly. My main issue, I'm okay with it existing if it costs less resolve. Like, you need Lotus Petal to make it work. And then it also costs like 35, 45 resolve. It's at the equivalent of Amaterasu's Sai. Like, it's the combination. Like, I'm okay with a rare relic that you have to set up to work, but I'm not okay when that setup, like, one taking this theme for the setup is like so expensive whether or not you succeed. Like, it does nothing. Like, could it do something? Could it, like, reduce damage if you don't have that extra mana? Like, at least do something if you have low max mana. If it said, like, use all mana you have to and then, like, reduce damage based on the mana lost, that'd be very different. Even when shield blocking, I still lost health, guys. That's the weakness of hypercoagulation. I just found the weakness of hypercoagulation. Shield block means nothing. Which, I mean, in the grand scheme of things, is a small weakness for such a powerful ability, but still, that is shocking for me. Oop, made it. Not enough money, so any equipment I get just delays time. Yeah. This is weird, because, yeah, it requires the mana pool increase from Enchantress, but it's like... It'd be like if there was a relic that said, your third jump, like, your third jump without touching the ground has, like, a special benefit. And it's like, well, I mean, you could use the Enchantress to get a bunch of Vault Runes, or you could get Icarus Weeds, and that's, like, the two ways to do it. And it's, like, it'd be kind of interesting, but when that special effect is, When that relic is 45 resolve. When that relic is all of your bonus resolve for that opportunity. That's where it's weird. Because it's like you're already making an opportunity cost getting yourself into that position, I feel. It should be the reward for being that kind of build. Instead, it's like demanding that build or is actively negative. Like, I'm fine with it being, like, build-centric. It's the does absolutely nothing for anyone else that gets me. Well, yeah, this character has hypercoagulation. I'm probably doing it on this fight then. Oh, and shield block means nothing then. So maybe I'm not doing this fight. Okay, so shield block means exactly one thing. It means when my max health is under 112, I don't die from my hits. That's what it means. There we go. Alright. Not the best run. By far not the best run. But a run. Level 30 is really high for this run. It is. But we got that Ostenogesis Imperfectica at the beginning. So, or in the second run. So it makes sense that we got the additional gold to make such a high level. But yeah, it is a very high level. But it also means... Oh! I thought it was going to be 50 minutes. 44. Hey. That's a nice number. Given how that went pretty south, so that's a nice number given that situation. I really appreciate that. Ostenogesis, and it made sense in the run. I like that. I like that. We actually used Ostenogesis and it was a positive.